So a few days ago, Insta360 announced that they had a major update coming about one of their cameras. Now, according to all the leaked imagery and data, it's going to be an upgraded version of the Insta360 Go. Now, the Go product line is a product line that I've owned every single version from the original Go on up to the Go 3. I initially was not going to upgrade to the Insta360 Go 3, but unfortunately my Go 2 died, and well, I needed a small form camera. The reason I really didn't want to do that is because it lacked 4K, and I felt seeing that we already had 4K in a small form factor from DJI in 2021 that shot in 4K, that we absolutely deserve to see this in the Insta360 Go 3 in 2023. If you're interested in seeing that full review, take a look at it up here or down below. In that review, I exposed a couple different things that were a bit of a prediction. I said that Insta360 was buying reviews. I also said that I felt they were versioning us to death. Take a look at this.
I can say respected reviewers, as well as some friends that I respect that do reviews. They are 100% fanboys and sold out. I mean, they might as well be employees of Insta360 at this point.
Insta360 shamelessly have been asking, requesting, suggesting content creators to hide that they are sponsored by Insta360.
And I'm really frustrated with the fact that they decided to give us these half upgrades. They decided to version us to death. What I mean by that is what I call the Apple effect. Now, the Apple effect is basically going to your engineers and saying, hey, give me the best and greatest in the camera. Now start taking away those features so that we can have a bunch of versions that are half-baked to sell to the consumer.
So now that you understand that we could be possibly looking at not just a nice thing that Insta360 is doing, but the fact that they might have went to their own engineers, said, give me 4K, now take it back, so that we can have two product launches of basically the same camera and be able to sell it not once, but twice to people like me. In fact, I think that's why they ended up not naming it the Insta360 Go 4 and choosing to go with the 3S. This is a way that they can just say, no, this is just an upgraded version with a few different things to insinuate just a secondary model to the product line instead of a full upgrade. Now, I think we're going to see a couple things. We're going to see 4K for sure. Also, some of the imagery, it's a little bit taller or thicker, and I think that's because we might even see a new sensor, which means that we're probably going to see better low light, we're going to get 4K, and I think there's a possibility that we may see 4K 60. Now, the 4K 60 probably is a pipe dream, but even if we only see 4K and a better sensor, I still think this deserves to be called the Insta360 Go 4. Now, this all remains to be seen, but in my opinion, it was a calculated move by Insta360 and goes along with the way they're running their company. You see, doing a money grab and versionizing things, especially when we're launching it less than a year apart, I think Insta360 suffers from not really a camera problem, but a PR problem and a problem understanding the buying public here in America. I don't think many people like me or that are in a position like me that bought this camera less than a year ago are going to be very happy that we're seeing a S upgrade that brings 4K. Insta360, if you do want to fix this, and perhaps we'll see this, and if you are listening, please take value in this message. Send us all a discount. People that bought your Insta360 Go 3, send us a small discount as a token of your acknowledgement that you are versioning us to death. This should not take away from the excitement that we're seeing a 4K tiny little camera and hopefully will be a bit better than, let's say, the DJI Action 2, because that camera isn't perfect either. So an overall win in terms of those specifications, but kind of a disappointment and downfall with the way they chose to handle the Insta360 Go 3 and now 3S. They have never, ever done this before. It's always been 2 years between upgrades. And I would think this insinuates something, that either they weren't ready to launch it and they pushed it out the door, or this was strategically planned so that within 12 months, out of the Insta360 Go 3 buyers, they could actually sell it to them twice. Anyways, I'll be back once we see a bit more what tomorrow brings. Appreciate the watch. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm Hill Phantom. I'll see you next time.